I'm going to show you 3 ways that you can find display ad niche sites. Before we begin, it's going to be pretty quick here, but you should know that starting a new niche site or starting any type of site that's using display ads right now is probably the hardest time in Google history to do it. So if you are going to go into this, I suggest that you really know what you're doing, and or spend the time to really consider that you're going to put multiple years into this and not just think that you're going to make money overnight. It's really incredibly difficult right now. Well, anyway, let's get into the first way to do it. So the first way to do it is use a tool like Ahrefs here. So all you have to do is just kind of put in some seed keywords, which is what I call them. So basically just like anything like how does or what is, some type of keyword like this that'll give you some idea of pretty much like a large pool of keywords to deal with. So you got about 44 million here that showed up. So that's quite a bit. So if you go in here, you can open this up, and this is going to take probably the longest amount of time for you to find some type of display ad site or some type of category to build a new site around. It's going to give you a bunch of different keywords, and what you're really looking for here is just a starting topic idea, and one that has very low competition. So you're not going to find all of your keywords here. You're just going to find a starting topic. But this is my favorite tool, or my favorite feature, I guess, in this tool, which is lowest DR. So this will show you that there is a website that's ranking that basically has 0 links. So we're going to go ahead and put in 0, and we're going to say show results. And then from here, what we could do is we can kind of see some seed keyword ideas. So you're going to have to kind of hunt around. This is the slowest way to do it. But it is pretty interesting to see that some of these keywords, for example, what is a bait dog? That would probably be a good one. Maybe in the pets niche, which is not a great niche to go into. What is HRT for men? All of these would actually be potentially good keywords. So if we open this up, what we could see is we'll open up the SERPs. And then what you can see is that there's probably going to be a website in here that has very low DR, which is a good thing. So this one, Dr. Trace Alexander. And so I would probably be starting to look at this site and seeing what other things they rank for, maybe looking at that URL in particular. So yeah, that would be a good place to start. And there you go. That's a free one. So if I open this up, let's take a look. Yeah, I think generally this is probably a good one to go ahead and try to go after. So there's a very free idea. All right, the second way is to just Google Ahrefs partner site, which is many people already are doing. Basically, all you have to do is put in the little tag that's at the bottom of the footer in every partner website. You can do this for Amazon affiliate ads too. The downside is that this will take a pretty long time, but it will at least give you some idea of what to scour through. So retire by 40. And if you just keep going, generally speaking, there's going to be more that pops up. And it is a way to go ahead and find some ideas, but I don't think that this is a fantastic method, because it's going to take a long time. But it is one way to do it, and I think that that's a pretty easy way. The other way is to pull up this URL. So this is the sellers.json URL, mediavine.com/sellers.json. Same thing is for Raptive. You just do raptive.com/sellers.json. They are required to put this up according to Google Ads policy, and then you basically get their entire list of all of their websites. But what you're going to have to do is take this and actually put it into a JSON to XML or JSON to Excel converter, which I've already done here. And what you can see is just a printout of all the URLs that are under the Mediavine or Cafe Media /Raptive now /AdThrive is what it was. And you can kind of pull that in. What you're going to want to do then is take only 200 of those URLs and throw them into a batch analysis, and that'll give you an idea of kind of what the traffic and domain rating is like for those particular sites. You can see there's definitely a lot of cooking sites, and you can also see that there's people who are here to really build a brand. So if you are going to be going into this, I do want to make sure that you know that this is going to take quite a bit of time for you to really jump into these categories and these niches. And so if you are scouring through a lot of the Mediavine and AdThrive network sites, understand that they do kind of have their preferences for what they look into and what they accept. And a lot of that is just so happens to be travel. A lot of that happens to be cooking, and a lot of that has to be around finance too. So see, these are very highly paid CPMs, and so they have a very high interest in accepting most of those sites. And again, they're very difficult to break into if you are trying to break into them. But I think a combination of some of these three methods gives you a pretty good starting place, right? You can essentially look through some of the domains here and then also look through those particular domains and then also use the method of trying to find the keyword analysis. So for example, let's go through this real fast. You open up one of the sites, Frugal Reality. I'm familiar with this website. And then if you open up some of their keywords, you will be able to essentially do it by keyword difficulty here to 0. And that'll give you some untapped keywords to start going after as well. Sometimes they don't fit the page that it's ranking for, and that's actually a really good thing. So take that into consideration as well, that within every site you can get some further keyword ideas. Hope this was helpful.